Hey everyone, this is Sam, and today I'm going to show you the best sword gameplay focus build in all of Ghost of Tsushima. When you have this build on, you are going to hit the hardest you have ever experienced in this game on any difficulty. This is on lethal mode, and you can see my Jin hits hard, hits fast, and the enemies can't survive more than 3 hits, and sometimes not even 1. So if you enjoyed today's tutorial, please share and like, and if you would like to see more Tsushima tutorials, just make sure to subscribe. And if you want to catch up on the previous one, there's a playlist in the description of all the tutorials I've made on this game. So this is a very interesting sword focus build because you can see the 6 charms you're going to have there is going to be as such. And what's the driving force behind this is your charm of dual destruction and the fortunes, increasing the chances of that happening. What the charm of dual destructions do is that it's going to double the damage, but because of your charm of fortunes, your chance to double damage is at 50%. 50. You're going to further complement this with the Gosaku armor, so you're going to have major increase of stagger damage, and killing staggered enemy gets your health back. The sheer sword damage potential of this build is devastating. You can see me here two-shotting every enemy. I'm using the wrong stance against these 2 boots. This is on lethal mode, and I 2-shot them. 1, 2. Regular hits. These aren't even like staggered hits. I'm just swinging my sword twice, and the boots are going down because of the damage buff. You can see in this sequence again, I'm fighting multiple enemies here in Act 3 lethal mode. And this build, because of it's a gamble, it's a 50% gamble, but you have the potential to one-shot enemies. Leaders included. So the enemies with the most health, it could be one-shotted. At most, you're gonna see 3 hits. Everybody goes down at 3 hits, and they have a potential to go down in 1. As you can see here, he attacks, I step back, I give him the charge hit, any kind of charge hit with triangle. Whew, look at this, a leader in full health, charge, good night. 1 shot on lethal mode. As long as you pace yourself and the spacing of the combat area well, there's no reason you won't dominate with this kind of sword build where your sword hits just has a half 50% chance of doing double. You're literally saving 2 swings at a time. Because the 50% damage, it applies to both stagger and damage. So you have a 50% chance to do double stagger against any enemies that can be blocked. So you can see I'm in my water stance here, 2 hits, his stagger is completely gone. And that's him getting lucky, it should take only 1. And also, I have 50% chance to do double damage. So here, I'm doing the Flurry strike of the water stance. So it's the wrong stance, but it doesn't matter. I 2-shot him, right? This was water stance. It's not the ideal way to play, but with this build, it actually, in a way, it becomes the ideal way to play. If they can't block, and you're in your Flurry strike, just change your aim and keep swinging. The Flurry strike is a 5-hit combo, right? And it stacks damage over time per hit. So I did one Flurry sequence there, and I got 2 kills off the sword guy and the shield guy. Dodge the hound, and the last charm I did put in is the huge Divine 2 HP recovery. So I actually got hit there, but I got all my health back because of that charm, so that's key. And with the correct stances, this build is absolutely OP. You can see leader with full health here again. Like I said, with the damage buff, minimum 1 hit, maximum 3 hits. One-shotting leaders on lethal mode is just going to change the tide of every fight for you. The fact that this build has the potential to do that, that's everything, right? And you can see against brutes with the right stance, 3 hits, done. Sometimes it takes 1. But that was just them getting lucky there. And in this instance, I got hit. Divine healing, heal back. He's down. Shield guy, you're always going to use water stance because your regular attacks won't penetrate them even with the buff. There are 2 hits. 2 hits. And you know, arrows, take them out. Arrows all with the wound stance just to get more stagger health back. It's all good. But like I said, if you want to, you can actually just stay on water stance and just do Flurry strikes. Flurry strikes has the potential for the most damage with this build because each strike also builds upon the damage on its own normally. But because of the build, each strike also has a chance to trigger the 50% bonus. You can literally just swing Flurry strikes and just use Divine Healing as you play this aggressively. I wouldn't suggest you do this for everything, but I'm just showing you this as the potential of the build, and it hits hard. Like the fact that this is on lethal, Act 3, you don't have to switch build, just Flurry Strike can destroy just 4 enemies, and you have full health and full resources because of Divine Healing. Flawless. Now 6 Charm though can be a flex. If you don't like the extra heals, I like it because, you know, I get stagger boost, I get resolve back very quickly off the stagger kills, so I like the healer, but you can also add in more damage. So here I've added in a bonus damage chunk, and there's plenty of them. You can even use the ultimate one from the Fox Dance, and that will make this build get crazy, but you can see with the extra damage, I do hit harder, and Flurry Strike, I got the Hound, and I got the shield guy. Water stance in this is OP. Now, but when you see any kind of spear, you can water stance them, even if you hit hard, just go to wind stance. They're gonna go down really fast. But against anybody else, really, you can see I'm just swinging my water stance. And you can see this is a swordsman. I didn't switch stance, I just regular 2-shot him because of the damage buff with water stance. And there's the spear guy. So it's 1-hit stagger right there from the buff. I got hit, so this is with Divine Healing, so you can see I got all my health back right away with full resolve. I'm not even using any resolve. 2 spear guys, switch my stance, and if I finish with the stagger defeats, I get plenty of resolve back and health. And here, you can see right there, stagger, and I'm gonna finish him off, and I get the health back and the resolve back because of the Kosaku armor. Alright, so spoiler warning, if you haven't finished the game, you can pause it right now because I'm going to take this build into lethal mode final boss fight as a test, so stop the video now. So, this is the final boss fight with the Kosaku armor damage buff, best sword build in the game pretty much. I have never finished this fight faster. I went in with no resolve again. This is how I like to lab, just to see the potential of the build. So I started this fight with no resolve. I'm barely using any ghost weapons. And I hit so fast. I have never beat the Khan on lethal mode with any build as quick as this. Like, even when I take damage, as long as I have 1 resolve point, I'm gonna get all my health back. And the fact that I finish off enemies so fast, I'm gonna get all the resolve back as long as there's enemies around. And I'm gonna get health back off staggering. And you can see, I'm just hitting so hard, like the Khan is just getting 2-shotted. There he goes again, that's the second phase. I have barely any resolve, but I still have my full health, and I started with no resolve, so no one started to fight like that. So that just shows how good this build really can be. There it is again, he goes down, I got hit, barely any health, doesn't matter. Get my health back off the kunais, and I 2-shotted him. Khan, the final boss in the game, on lethal. I was so confident going in with this build. I actually tried just to see if what happens if I don't hit the Khan, and unfortunately, nothing happens. I wish he would actually hit back or something, and maybe he gives you like a lethal attack because you didn't hit him, but nah, if you just wait this out, nothing happens. You can just finish him off. But try this build, let me know how you like it. Sword play on the build, I loved it. Hope to speak to you guys again. Real soon.